We're going to talk about 3 marvelous concepts which is on the people's side of lean. They're very powerful concepts. And funny thing is when you look at Toyota, let's go back to Toyota. Toyota has a house. This is the Toyota production system. And Toyota has two pillars for their success. The one on the left is just in time, or continuous improvement, or what we mean by lean. And the pillar on the right is called respect for people. Isn't that amazing? The strength of the largest automotive company in the world, at least they were, Toyota, the richest company in the world by far, even with the trouble they had the last couple of years. The foundation of their success is respect for people. What do we mean by that? What's the best day of the week? Let's be honest with me. Friday.
Thursday.
Why Thursday?
We're working 14-hour shifts.
Now, be honest with me. How many of you love Tuesday? Raise your hand if you love Tuesday. You love Tuesday.
Sure happy it's Tuesday.
Why?
It's just a good acronym.
Oh, it's just an acronym.
Sure happy it's
Sure happy it's Tuesday. It's closer to Friday. Well, this is a very strange phenomenon that exists with us that we have to change. Every day has to be the best day of the week. So what's going on at work that we're not passionate about, that we're not excited about, that we're not happy to get up in the morning and go there? We have to change the environment. How many lives do you have? How many lives do you have? One that we know about anyway. We should make it such a great life. Well, we can do this. We really can do it. We're going to talk about that today. One is I want you to learn this quick and easy kaizen system. I want you to go back, and I can teach it to you in one thing. So everybody take a piece of paper and just write this down. It's so easy. Quick and easy kaizen is so easy. All you do is, when you go back, you get people together and you say, you know your work the best. I want you to look around your work area. Just look around your work area and look for very small problems, not big problems, small problems. And then come up with an idea to solve the problem. You come up with the idea. Don't ask me to solve it. I want you to find a problem, and I want you to come up with the solution. Then I want you to write it down on a sheet of paper. This is a sheet of paper. Write down the problem, write down the solution, and then talk to your supervisor and say, this is my problem, and this is my solution. And then the supervisor says one thing. What does the supervisor say? Great, do it. Right, no idea is a bad idea. No idea is a bad idea. In fact, one person submitted an idea, and the idea said, I want to blow up the plant. Now, what should the supervisor say? Great idea. Yeah, and he said, look, the place stinks. Well, we have to get through the language problem, and we have to support it. And the trick is to get the person to come up with the idea, come up with a solution, write it down, go to the supervisor, and implement it. And if possible, take a picture of the before and after and put it up on the wall. And then you say to the person, I want at least 2 ideas per month to improve your work area. It is so easy to do. You know, you have a choice in life. The choice in life, you know, is you can carry the weight the rest of your life, or you find a better way to do it. And people will come up with better ways. I went to Gulfstream, they're in Savannah. But I went to their plant in Mexicali, Mexico. They make the corporate jets. 1,000 people there. They got 300 ideas. 300 ideas out of 1,000 people in 2005, 2006. They got 40 ideas per employee last year. They got 40,000 ideas out of their employees. 40,000 improvement ideas. Because a manager would say to me, how do you manage this? Did that occur to anybody in the room? How do you manage 40,000 ideas? And what's the answer? You don't. They manage it. You trust people, and they'll do it. The funny thing in my life is I say, if Gulfstream can do it, you can do it. And they can do it. You can do it. Not only If they can do it, you can do it. If they can do it, you must do it. If you want to stay internationally competitive, you can't let them do things that you're not doing. So when you go back from this meeting, you're going to go back and start a quick and easy kaizen system. It is simple as that. You just go back and do it. And this is what is kaizen. If you focus on the people, the problem with most systems in the past, even in lean, the problem in lean is you want to make the company lean. You focus on improving the process. Is that correct? You focus on eliminating waste. Is that correct? You focus on the process. I'm telling you, focus on people. Make the work better for people. And then you'll have a great company and you'll get as lean as you want. And the result will be lower cost, higher quality, faster throughput, improved safety, and better customer service. You will get that. The funny thing is I'm missing the word profit. This is a funny thing in America. It's very unusual and peculiar to us, this whole idea of profit. It's a funny thing when the corporation says to you, I'm going to get in trouble. I always like to get in trouble this way. But the company says, you got to make profit. For who? For the shareholders. They have enough money. Believe me, forget the shareholders. You make a great company. You focus on really making it a great company, and they'll have plenty of profits. I went to Hino Motors. This was so wonderful. They have a big board in the middle of the factory. But I'll try to show it to you later. It's a big board in the middle of the factory, and I stopped the plant manager. Hino Motors makes the trucks and the buses with Toyota. And to visualize this, it's a big, big, big board, and on it is little slips of paper. And on the slips of paper is a picture of all of the workers in this area. Okay, slip of paper, so maybe 30 sheets of paper with 30 pictures and room to write. And I said to the manager, what is this? What is this? And he said, this is a mistake board. This is a mistake board. We're talking about respect for people. What happens now in your company when people make mistakes? What happens? I've been to companies when they have signs up on the wall and they say, don't make mistakes. Don't make mistakes. But how do you learn? You learn only by making mistakes. Look at a child, right, learning how to stand up. They fall down 100 times before the muscle system learns. So we learn by making mistakes, but you go to the company and they say, don't make mistakes. So what is the company saying to you? Don't learn. It's the same thing in those school systems. When you go to the school system, right, you take a test. This is a funny thing. You take a test, and every time you make a mistake, the grade goes down. So what's the school system telling you? Don't make mistakes. So the school system's saying, come to school and don't what? Learn. And don't learn. I mean, this is funny. We're going to change this. I love this mistake board, and I've been working with Gulfstream for the last 5 years. They didn't bring me in this last year, but for 5 years, they used to bring me a couple of times a year, and they have mistake boards now in the factory. It's the most fabulous way to change your culture. So I mentioned you're going to go back and do quick and easy kaizen. I recommend you go back and do the doka. I recommend you go back and put in a mistake board. It is so wonderful. You're telling people every time you make a mistake, go put your mistake on the board, right? And then don't do it again. I teach at Portland State University. I teach a course called The Best of Japanese Management. I teach every Tuesday night before I came here. And first class is go and see. I'd like you to write this down too. Go and see. This is very powerful. Go and see. That means I say to the students the following. I want you to go out. I don't care where. You go to your company, go to a restaurant. I want you to find opportunities for improvement. And I want you to take pictures and come back and make slide presentations. So what I like to do in my class is I do the first half and they do the second half. They get up and teach what they're learning. This is a very powerful exercise, is to ask people in your company just to go out in small groups, maybe 2 and 3 people, and just find opportunities for improvement and then come back and let's share it. It'll blow your mind what people are able to come up with. I learned this from Dr. Fukuda many, many years ago. He was my first author. And what he did is he would get together little teams and he would say to them, go out into the factory, just go out and look for things that might cause problems for safety. Don't wait for the canister to blow up. Go out and look for opportunities for safety. And it's amazing what people will come up with.